I grew up with a lot of hurt and a lot of just pain and just not knowing why these things were happening to me and not feeling and just not feeling loved at all. So in high school, I found myself making very bad choices. Like I started smoking marijuana, and I eventually started using heroin. I knew deep down that God loved me, but I didn't feel it. For a while, I thought the drugs they did help for a while, and then they didn't. And I didn't know what to do because they weren't helping me, and yet I was so very addicted to them that I couldn't stop on my own. And I am so very grateful for my grandma. She really pulled me out of my drug use. She helped me get into treatment and just let me stay with her, and was very, very supportive through all of my recovery. But even just being sober and not being on drugs anymore, I still knew that there was a deeper problem in me. I started going to this group at my church, and we started talking a lot about, resentment and forgiveness and that kind of thing. And I wanted that. I wanted to be able to forgive people and just let go of all the hatred that I had in my heart. And then my friend Cindy invited me to the Cross Council Gala, and shortly after that I had my first session here. I don't even know how to put it. It's so crazy that after just one session I didn't have nightmares anymore. I haven't had like a night terror since. I used to wake up sweating and my heart racing and crying, and I just couldn't shake this terrible dream. And since I started coming here, I have not had one, and I have not been afraid to go to sleep because I didn't know what would be in my dream that night. And in one of my most recent sessions, I was just sitting on my bed, just waiting for this guy to call me so I could feel any sort of love that I could. And I hated that I was waiting, and yet I wanted him to call me so bad. I would sneak out of my house and I would go up to his house, and I would sleep with him because I just wanted, and I just felt like I needed to feel some sort of love. I needed to feel any sort of love. And I would get home and almost hate myself because I knew what I was doing to myself. I knew that this guy had no real feelings for me. So Steve helped me identify the lies that I was believing about myself, and when we asked Jesus to show me the reality of it, I saw in my head that I was sitting there, my 16-year-old self on my bed. The phone was ringing, and I was going to pick it up, and Jesus was there, and he just put his hand over my hand and said, "You don't have to do that anymore." And it was so amazing. It kind of leaves me speechless thinking about it now. Jesus' love, I always have had Jesus' love, and I haven't needed to go anywhere else to get Jesus' love, and I think that's just amazing. I can still think about that session, and I can still just so vividly see what Jesus showed me, that his hand over my hand, that that's not how I have to do things anymore.